Most of you who watch me either play video games or either have played video games when they were little. When we were little, we all had our favorite video game. For example, Rayman or Mario on the DS. Like a game console like the Xbox 360, maybe even a GameCube. Did you guys know that the Wii is considered retro now? What the hell? During those periods of times where we played video games, or even now still, we have video games that we either love with all of our hearts, or either video games that we absolutely dislike. Which brings me to this video. I wanted to share my top 5 favorite video games that I've played my entire life. Some of them are a bit older, some of them are quite new. And with quite new, I mean they were released in like past 10 years. Others are a bit older, but I've played them not during that period of time because I was a toddler. On number 5, we have Dexter on the PSP, aka PlayStation Portable. The game was released in the early 2006, so I wasn't like allowed to play it back then because I was a literal toddler. But I do remember that I was playing it between the ages of 8 and 10. My little brother got a PSP back then. I was like, "Hey, yo, brother, let me play because, you know, it looks kind of sick, you know what I mean?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So he let me play on it as well, and I absolutely loved it. I like recently picked it up again, so I got like a PSP again a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Hey, let me try it again. Let me see if I still got it." I didn't. I do still enjoy it, even though it's been like years, right? It's been years. The game is goofy, but at the same time, pretty difficult. I don't know why it's still difficult. I'm a fully grown adult now. It should be easy because the game came out like in 2006, so why am I still struggling with it? I don't know. The game is goofy, but that literally adds to the charm. As I said, it has some difficult levels that I like still struggle with. Tell me why I still struggle with missions in Breeze Valley. The mission in Breeze Valley, I still struggled with. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why, because it was pretty easy, but for some reason I still struggle with the mission in Breeze Valley. In Breeze Valley, you have to fly across in a zoomer to spray green gas over infested plants and exterminate plant-eating bugs from a larger plant. All while a hive queen appears, which you have to kill and chase. It's like a skill issue on my part, actually, that I still struggle with this. I know. You don't have to comment that. I literally know that it's a skill issue. I know. Don't type it. Don't type it. I know what you're saying. I know what you're typing. Don't do it. I know what you're doing. Don't. Overall, the game is like really fun while still being challenging. Dexter is like just a silly little guy that looks like he's been sniffing on some glue. Don't sniff glue. Please, it's really bad for you. I beg you, don't sniff glue. Thanks. Number 4, I just had to include Crash Bandicoot, Crash of the Titans. Brother, when I tell you that I love Crash Bandicoot, I mean it. I still love it to this day. Crash Bandicoot is one of the silliest games that I've ever played. Crash Bandicoot is also one of the silliest characters to me there is on this earth. He's just like carefree, and I would do anything to be as carefree as him. I swear I would do anything. The game came out in 2007, so I didn't play it when it first came out because, again, I was a literal fucking toddler. Again, I don't really know when I started playing this. I think it was like around the same age as we played Dexter. I don't really remember because it's been so long, but I used to play this with, like, again, my little brother. My brother and I played games a lot when we were younger. That's why we're currently playing Halo, like the entire Halo series, again on Twitch, because it just brings back memories.
You just need to go down. That's all.
Okay, but I want to kill the children.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
Twitch, for legal reasons, that's a joke, okay? We played it on the Xbox 360. This is like one of the consoles that we actually grew up on. We grew up on Halo. I did not include Halo, by the way, because, I don't know, it is a good game. Halo is pretty good, but it's not really in my favorites. It is definitely my brother's most favorite game, but personally not for me. There's better games out there, in my opinion. And like, Xbox is one of the best gaming consoles in my opinion. Shoot me, I swear. The game is silly, like all Crash Bandicoot games. I remember a level where like you had to jump on platforms to make it across. I think it was called a Zero's Journey. I'm not entirely too sure. And we had to do this like 10 times before we made it across. We were children. What did you expect from us? I kind of want to play it again sometimes for a video in the future, or maybe even on stream, because I genuinely do want to play it again. It like brings back so many memories. I'll try to see if I can emulate the Crash of the Titans and play it on stream sometime, or just for a video. I'm not entirely too sure yet. Again, like, same with Dexter, there's like difficult levels in Crash Bandicoot, Crash of the Titans, but like I'm 100% sure that it was just a skill issue when we were little, because it shouldn't be that difficult now to me anymore. Also, I say that, but I'll fuck it up anyways. I don't really think there's anything else that could like top Crash Bandicoot for me. I feel like Crash Bandicoot is like, I don't know, it's like one of the games that brings back nostalgia. I wanted to include Rayman, but I didn't, because I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. I love Rayman, but compared to these, it couldn't compete. Like, you cannot compete with Crash Bandicoot in my opinion. It's just not possible. On to number 3. Take a guess. Take a guess what my number 3 is. Dead by Daylight. Shocker. I know. Who would have thought? Not me. This shit show of a game came out in 2016. I tried it back in like 2020 with like friends because they were trying to get me to play it because they needed more people to play Dead by Daylight with. I played it a bit, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. It just wasn't for me. I tried, like, it was very different back then compared to now, but I do still quite enjoy it, especially killer-sided games. I tried it again in like 2024 if I remember correctly. I took a tiny break from it up until, I don't know, I think November, and when I saw that there was a Junji Ito collection coming, brother, I was happy. I became pretty obsessed with Dead by Daylight. I'm still pretty obsessed with Dead by Daylight. I've been trying to grind the achievements, to grind every character to Prestige 1 to get every single perk. It's also one of the games that got me into streaming this year. I do play other games on stream, right? But Dead by Daylight is the one that like actually got me into streaming. The game is also like really simple to explain if we do not include the lore to every single character. Every character has a shit ton of lore. For example, Legion.
Frank Morrison was 19 and had little to show for it. He was stopped attending school after being kicked out of the basketball team for shoving a referee into the stands. At 6 years old, he'd been taken away from Calgary to start a career of foster homes. No matter how many times he left out.
So yeah, that is like lore of only one character, technically 4. But anyways, the game is pretty easy to explain. So you either play as survivor or as killer. If you play survivor, you have to do gens, get away from the killer, and try not to get hooked. If you have been hooked twice already and he wants to hook you a 3rd time, the entity will take you. And you have to try to escape, so that's why you have to fix the gens. If you do not fix the gens, you cannot escape. If your other 3 teammates are taken by the entity, you have to find Hatch to escape. If you play killer, you have to try to hunt down the survivors, hook them twice, and after a 3rd time you hook them, the entity takes them. If you ignore how frustrating and stressful the game can be, with that I mean the bullshit killers, bullshit perk for either survivors and killers, the game is quite fun. I recommend playing it. I love it. Another game that can be a bit stressful in a specific location is Stardew Valley. We love Stardew Valley in this household, by the way. If you do not like Stardew Valley, you can kindly leave. It is one of my favorite games. It's the best game there is. It's not the best game there is because it's not in my top 1. Stardew Valley is my favorite role-playing farming simulator games. I've tried multiple role-playing farming simulators, but I just couldn't get into them. I played Sunhaven and Coral Island. Don't get me wrong, they're good games, but I just cannot get into them because I keep comparing everything to Stardew Valley. The game came out in 2016, and if I can be honest for a second, I have no clue when I started playing this game, but I loved it so much that I got it on Steam and on the Switch too. I basically said what type of game Stardew Valley is. You farm and either donate to the community center, or you can be a scumbag and go to do the Georgia Import route, which I'm definitely not planning to do for a future video. Anyways, you live on your dead grandpa's farm, trying to fix it. Grow corpse. Holy shit. Grow corpse. Can we just all agree that I'm an idiot that I misspoke crops like 2 times? I meant crops, not corpse. Get to know people. Try to flirt with Sebastian, only for him to tell you that the rain is enjoyed more alone, and to ditch you at the flower dance for Abigail, who eats rock. Yeah, this game is top tier. I highly recommend it. It's a really good game. It's on 2nd place for a reason, especially with the mods that you can use as well. It adds even more to the game. It's a game that I can recommend if you just want to play like a cozy game after you get back from work and just want to chill. This is like the perfect game. Guys, we've come to the point. My number 1 favorite game. A game that has the most hours on Steam with a whopping 1,472 hours that no other game is close to. No other game is even being close to coming to those hours. Guys, let me introduce you to Final Fantasy XIV. The soundtracks, the story, not including the last DLC. Screw you, Wook Lemot. The glamour, just everything is really good. This game is my most played for a reason, dude. It's the best game there is to existence, and you cannot convince me otherwise. It's the best one, dude. It's the best one! From the dungeons to the weirdest people being AFK, Limsa Lominsa, to the main scenario quests. This game has it all, dude. I swear, this game has everything. I feel like I can yap about this game for like ages, but I won't bore you because I get it. I get it. It's not something that you want to hear me yap about. This masterpiece of a game came out in 2011, but I started playing it around like 2020. Again, the same friend that tried to introduce me to Dead by Daylight was like, I need more people and more friends that play Final Fantasy XIV. I looked on Steam, I saw the screenshot, I was like, this looks nice. I want to play this. I should really play this. Here we are. That's all I need to say. Thank you for watching. The dungeons like also get harder with like each level. That's why I've been like stalling doing the last couple of dungeons that came out because I look really terrifying. Trials as well, by the way. They look terrifying. I do not want to play them. Besides that, it's so worth it because every single dungeon or trial is just really beautiful. The bosses are like amazing. The platforms that you play on for the trials are amazing. The locations of the dungeons are like, some of them are so pretty. It's insane. You can grind for mounts, glamour, minions, whatever, how many times you want per day. You don't have to wait an entire week for the trial to restart. I'm looking at you, World of Warcraft. I like you, buddy. I like you. But I don't want to wait an entire week to grind again for a specific mount. No thank you. My favorite mount is the Fat Cat mount. My favorite minion is the Fat Cat minion. But yes, those were my top 5 favorite games. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment. Also feel free to join the Discord server. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till next time. Bye bye! Why is recording videos kind of difficult, dude?